Alright, hey guys, welcome back. After the totally unexpected failure I had last time with the game getting screwed up, I managed to save the mod, and it's gonna be in the Amtut 2 folder. Um, so just don't get confused. So just yeah, I'll be in the Amtut 2 folder, but as long as you didn't leave your world editor open when as long as you don't leave your world editor open when you open Arcanum, you should be fine. So, today we are going to probably finish off the tutorial. Um, First we're gonna add a key in to the game. We're gonna want to make our NPCs be able to care when you're um, you want them to like not want you to pick lock their chest. So we're gonna open up the mess folder and go to gamekey.mess, and this is where the locks for the keys. This is where the keys go. Let's see. Numbers 1 and 0 are reserved. Okay, so we'll go and add 2 sets of curly brackets. Type in a 2, and I'm not sure why 0 and 1 are reserved, but I will not try to break it again. So we'll start off with 2, and the second set of brackets is the description of the key. So I guess we'll go with William's key, I guess. Alrighty, and that is how you add a key. You're gonna want to also know what number the key is. So we'll go ahead and file save, and we are going to open up World Editor. And as I said before, I had to transfer everything over to Amtut 2 because I broke Amtut 1. Completely unexpectedly, too. Alright, file open, and start, and here is our map. So we're gonna go over down to, our blacksmith, William. I'm gonna remove the roofs for now. And now we're gonna want him to care about his chest first. So you right click the container, and you actually, I think you click, yeah, you select your NPC and select remember for notify, and then you select set notify NPC. So now he should understand that this box is his, and that if you run in there and try to pick lock it, he won't like it. Now I think he might be too far away from it out of game, so if you I'm not sure if he'll notice if you pick lock it or not because of the door and everything, but I'm pretty sure he should, especially if you put him right next to it. So we will go ahead and add a key, and we're gonna make this key the key to his chest. So the key ID is going to be 2 because that's the key that we made, and it is already, it's all set. So I think yes, that's about it. Alright, so go ahead and OK, and we are going to want to make this key fit the chest. So we're gonna have to edit the chest, and key ID is going to be 2, and that is all there is to adding a key to the chest. We'll go ahead and give this to William so he can open his chest. And we'll go ahead and save that. And the next thing we're going to learn is Facades, which is basically art. And as you can see, I put a mountain range around our little area here. It is not quite finished yet, actually. It does go around the whole thing, but it doesn't look perfect. The first thing you'll notice is this side looks pretty fine, but this side, it looks like it's just a random like line. So you want to go ahead and drag some like dirt over it to make it a little bit smoother. And in game, you do not want to see like all this water behind here, so we're going to want to change it to what you normally see, which would be black. And that's this one right here. And you can go ahead and drag it over there, and that is how you normally see a mountain range in Arcanum. It's pretty easy to see by the crash site. And if you don't like how this is kind of messed up here, you can either do one of two things, which is you can place another mountain type thing over it, and that helps, or you can just drag your black over this. But normally I really don't know. I guess I like seeing most of the mountain in games, so you just put something over it. For Facades, you should probably save before you edit stuff, because they take up a lot of space and it is very hard to it takes a lot of time to remove it, especially if you put your thing over a house or something. So it's a good idea to save before you do this. When you're adding Facades, there's a list of them either in the edit docs or on the Amtut page. All of these are just different. It's kind of like a terrain, except it's just a picture. So I'm gonna go ahead and find mountains, which here it is. So here is some different kinds of mountains you can have. There's different kinds of basically everything. I'm gonna look for the one that I used. Alright, so when you place something that... no, that's not the... Might be this one, I'm not sure. So when you place something, don't just click once. You want to click and hold it, so you can drag it around and do stuff with it. And I usually test Facades out in the middle of like water, so if you do happen to screw up, you can just reset the entire chunk or paste water over it. Let's see if this fits. And it doesn't really fit. So I'm not going to use that then. I'll go back to my little test thing and put it there, and go ahead and place water over it, and you can basically reset it. Or if you have like a certain spot in your map that you're planning on not using, such as how this town you can't really go anywhere because of there's mountains around it. Now I will probably have like a way out of town later on, but if you're planning on not using a square or something that's outside of your town, you can just leave. You can either choose to like leave it. I know on like the world map of Arcanum, if you put it out, so far out there, such as like I don't know, if you put it way out there, you know, no one's ever going to see it if you don't make a waypoint to it. So, you know, you don't have to worry about that. Or you could just delete it. It's a lot easier too. And yeah, so you want to make sure that this is all covered up. I'm gonna take this part out actually because I cannot find something that fits. So I'll do this later after that. You can't really see too far in Arcanum unless you set your scroll distance higher. So, you know, just a little piece of black will do. And I'm gonna end up building later on a cave system out here for teleporting, which will be the next video. And that you're gonna need it to be all black. So the next thing we're gonna want to do is add traps, which I'm not really gonna add traps to the mod, but I'll show you how to do it anyway. Traps is this little T button, just like Facades is the F. Traps is T, and you can select different kind of traps that you want. These are all the traps you find in game. Source trap is, I believe there is one in the throwing mastery place, and what that is you have to touch it with a throwing weapon and it teleports you somewhere else. So you have to activate this block and it will teleport you somewhere else. The other ones are traps that you can set up on the ground. I'll go with like a magic trap here for an example. You place it on the ground, and in World Editor you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see it if you have detect traps or a spell for it. You can edit it to make it difficult. You can change the trap difficulty, which is how hard it is to delete or disarm. And yeah, I believe that's it. Yeah, so you can just change the difficulty here. Internal is what the trap is. That is a little bit more complicated. I'll get into what internal stuff does when we are making a quest. But for now, that's about all you have to do. Trap difficulty of 0 is really low, so you can set it to whatever you want. I believe 100 is master level that you need to disarm it. Same thing goes to locking chests, which actually I forgot to mention one more thing. With this chest over here, you'll notice that by default locked and never locked are both on. Never locked overrides locked, so we're going to want to turn never locked off, and that will make it locked in game. You can change the door. The door also has the same thing. You can have if you take it off, you can have you can take off locked and never locked, and then you can put in locked night, and what that will do is at night it will be locked. So as William walks inside to go to bed, he'll also lock the door too. So you can have that on. You know, it's preference, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this trap because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And I believe that is it. There's one more thing I want to show you with Facades first. Making it's really important to click and hold because oh, that's not what I want. It's really important to click and hold because of oh, there we go. You're gonna need a lot of the facades are really large, so uh, you're gonna want to make sure you place it in the correct spot. So it's really important to click and hold. You can also move your camera with the arrow keys or uh, the numpad arrow keys while you're placing stuff to make it so you can still move around with while dragging the thing. So if I were to place this and come all the way down here, I'll still have it selected. And that is it. And now I have no idea where my boat is. Oh, there it is. Alright, so that is it for this one. Next, we are going to be making a cave and a small dungeon to explore, and we'll be getting into teleporting as well. So I will see you in just a few minutes.